So we wanted you guys to meet David. He is a Cheyenne local.
Yep.
But he's been a big off-roader all your life,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Yep.
Tell me a little bit about your off-roading story.
So I started four-wheeling with my dad as a way to, escape the city. I grew up in Westminster, so we'd leave the Denver area, head up I-70, go do some wheeling. Grew up wheeling a Cherokee, so that's kind of how I got involved with TNT.
Yeah.
So TNT Customs would attend the Cherokee events like Colorado Fest and some of the stuff in Utah, and that's so kind of how I got in touch with them. So I moved up here for school and then for the military, and after that, that's when I shortly started working with you guys. So I've been working here on and off for quite a while.
Yeah.
So in one way or another, I'm always around here. But yeah, I've wheeled everything from Cherokees on 31s and junky Toyotas on leaf springs to this is my my new toy.
I think you even bought one of our Grand
Yep, I had the TNT Grand Cherokee for a little bit.
Yeah, you had
I have a
that.
problem with getting rid of stuff, so
And breaking things.
Yeah, I'm not easy on anything, so I tend to go through stuff a little bit quicker. But I'm working on that.
So-
I've only threatened to sell this a bunch of times already. So.
Well, this is your new baby.
This is my new baby.
Just
Yep.
got this fresh off the
Yep,
presses.
this thing, it was a bare chassis, let's say 15 days ago. So it was a bare unpainted chassis 15 days ago, and it already has like 4 or 5 days of wheeling on it. So
Yeah.
I went from a bare chassis, and then 9 days later, I was pulling into Sand Hollow State Park for Trail Hero this year. So
Busted a nut to get it all
yep, definitely. It was a team effort. I had people, you guys helping get panels prepped for the last little bit. My wife was helping. Dad was helping, neighbors, friends, everybody.
Point out, so that cameraman can come a little closer. Point out some of the key things you think make this a David Cox unique rig.
So chassis is mine. Built this all in-house. I started this project like 4 years ago, but I've really redone the majority of it here in the last little bit. So I have a 6-year-old, so it is a 4-seater. So that's not a normal thing really for this size. It's a 110 wheelbase, 4-wheel steer, 4-seater. Pretty small in the scheme of things for 4-seaters, but I have enough room back here for my kid. It does have a 14 bolt and a Dana 60. They're both 05 plus steering parts, so it can have a ridiculous amount of steering. So I got a 9-inch ram in the back. All my steering stuff is PSC. I'm very happy to rep them. They've done a good job for me so far.
They're some of my favorite people too.
Yep, they're good people. They helped me out in Trail Hero. I had some issues, and I went to their booth and they got me squared away. So
All wet and everything.
yeah. Before the wetness, I definitely had some steering issues, but they got me taken care of. So I have a 3x9 ram in the back. I have a 3x11 in the front. It has a crazy amount of steering. So they're 1550 40 spline axle shafts from Travis Rhodes. He's another key player that really helped me out. Travis Rhodes definitely sells a lot of good differential parts, and when you get to this type of rig, they're definitely somebody to look at. But yeah, I mean, it's a 5.3 TH400 Atlas. It's got all the bells and whistles, everything you'd want into a rock crawler. So definitely just trying to find something that's for me. Some little key touches that most people don't pick up on right away. I got my diamond stitched leather interior.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yep, so that's working for me. Inside here,
Did you get that?
I did that myself. So it's vinyl or fake leather. Yeah, it's stitched with a little bit of padding. And my wife she painted all my panels, and she did all the interior work with that. She did headliner adhesive and cut it to size, but all my interior panels were lined by TNT coatings. So that was a big help getting all them. It's all aluminum panels with little 1/4-20 stainless steel fasteners. But
Wait a minute, you have no gauges.
oh, I got gauges right here. So this is my wonderful Holley Terminator. I've had a little bit of issues with them here in the end of my Sand Hollow adventure, but they're definitely helping me out a lot. So pretty minimalistic interior. I have my shifter, of course. I have cutting brakes for front and rear, my Atlas transfer case sticks. All my switches, I use a Switch Pro panel. So these are the only switches that I have in here, and then my gauge clusters right here as well. So
That's pretty cool.
And then this little knob on the other side is the rear steer joystick. So
What do you do for radio?
for radio, I don't have anything yet. I need to look at TNT Customs to try to help me out. And what are we doing? The rugged radio. So I need to get on the right channel with that. But yeah, this definitely there's some finishing touches that need to be done. So for a first trip, it did really good.
I see some TNT looking.
Yep, yeah. So there's some builder parts that you guys can definitely source from TNT Customs, even when you're at the level of buggy building like this. You know, you could get dimpled panels for them. These are off of, I want to say a TJ or LJ, something like that. One of their slider parts. Not on these axles, unfortunately, but my last set of axles that were underneath this, because mind you, this thing has only ran for a week. This is like its fourth set of axles. But every set of axles but these has had TNT Customs control arms and trusses and all their Builder Series parts. Yep, I do have Summit machine joints everywhere, so these control arms are built the same exactly as TNT Customs would build them for your Jeep. So, you know, I've seen that time and time again. They're tried and tested with TNT Jeeps, and they're definitely the quietest and most easy to use joint there is. So, yep. They're definitely, I was joking around when we were assembling it. I said, we don't have time to grease it, but it doesn't matter because they're Summit joints. They'll last either way, but we put grease in, and we trying to treat everything nice, but they're definitely the best joint on the market, that's for sure. Yeah. I really appreciate Summit for making these parts.
So you went to Sand Hollow.
Yep.
Had a couple challenges.
Had a couple challenges. I got there. Apparently, you have to feed the motors oil. So I had my oil cooler lines blocked instead of bypassed. Oops. So it didn't have oil pressure for a little bit, but she's good now. We got 35 pounds at idle, so that's good now.
Okay.
My PSC pulley, speaking of PSC steering, it decided to eject itself in a very peculiar place. With full hydro, that's problematic, but they were able to get me helped out at the booth right then and there with all new parts, and we're definitely good to me there, so that was great.
Place to do a shakedown.
Yeah, you know, it was 10 hours away, which was kind of a dumb idea, but definitely a lot of helpful people and good support from the industry there, so I thought it was a fitting place to shake it down.
What was your favorite trail out at Trail Hero?
So I ran the first part, Half Nasty. So when you go through the tunnel, it's one of the first trails right there. Mm-hmm. Half Nasty was a pretty fun one. I didn't know it continued to the full Nasty. So Upper Nasty is definitely my favorite part so far. Definitely the most extreme stuff that I had done there. So that was fun. We ran that, 777s, Sandthrax. Sandthrax was fun. Sandthrax, it really messed me up. I started playing with the rear steer too much, so my fancy chassis that my wife painted for me got all scratched up. She wasn't the happiest. I got a lot of pictures of her sitting in there with her arms crossed, holding the seat belts, and she had her eyes closed, and she was having a good time though.
That's probably one of her first extreme trips, wasn't it?
She'd been upside down in the last one, so she was broken in okay.
Pattern here of what David likes to do.
I like the hard stuff.
He likes to do the extreme kind of thing.
That's for sure.
That's because he's young.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure I'll get older and want to do some slow down stuff,
you
but
don't want to work on your stuff as much.
Yeah, well, and that's why I built this. I'm really hoping this thing can be rock solid. I built it to be strong and not have issues. So.
And I see you have a YJ grill. Was this originally a YJ sorta, or was it that you had, or what? You know, why'd you go with the YJ grill?
So I purchased a YJ, which was my hood, my grill, my windshield frame, tub. Tub didn't make it, but I have the title for it, so this will be registered as a 95 YJ, so that's why I went with it. Square headlights. Yep, this thing does have functioning turn signals, headlights, taillights, brake lights. All I'm missing right now is a mirror, but I got it at home, so get my mirror in, and then I'll have this thing plated. Not that I'll drive it on the streets, but it definitely makes it easier to do a little running around, getting fuel when you're out wheeling and stuff, so.
Yeah. So, anything you would change?
Tons of changes. There's definitely stuff I'd change. I'm really hoping to start building more of these for people, so I'm excited to try to maybe sell this one or encompass all my new changes into the next ones. So that's kind of definitely have some things that I changed. There's a lot of great about this, but some of the earlier stuff, you know, like I said, 4 years ago is when I started it. So I've definitely learned a lot, and trends have changed in the last 4 years.
You started it in 4 years, and then
I've rebuilt it all in I rebuilt it all in the last like 2 months pretty much. So I got the go ahead from my wife to get it done, and I kind of went a little crazy getting it done.
But it's pretty impressive.
Appreciate it.
So now, future, you might build another one.
Yep.
You hinted a little bit. You got your shop now.
Yep.
You moved out west of town, got a nice big shop. I know you've had lots of people coming in. I know you're a Toyota fan.
Yep. Working on some Toyota stuff.
You got some stuff. We've even talked about
building a TNT Customs Jeep right now. So I got a TNT Jeep in there with all your guys' suspension, corners, armor, fenders. So it'll be stretched. I just got tires for it the day before we left. So I'm excited to get a TNT Jeep together and get that going.
Where I was going, people can maybe hit you up for some of that wild and crazy
Of course,
stuff.
I definitely send everybody to TNT Customs for Jeep stuff, but if you're a little past the Jeep edge, I'd love to have your guys' business. Time to Get Dirty Customs, that's me. So T2GD Fabrication or Time to Get Dirty Fabrication. So however you guys find me on there, I'm on Instagram, Facebook. So find me on there. You'll see me doing silly stuff. Yep, I do a lot of the crazy stuff, but I enjoy wheeling just as much as I enjoy building. So I'm either out in the shop or out wheeling.
Does anybody have any questions down there or seeing anything so far? No? Nobody's saying anything? Okay. Well, I know David is one of our terrain masters, so if you see him out on the trail, he can help you with lots of questions. He knows TNT stuff inside and out.
I've been building TNT parts for years, so I'm definitely I enjoy selling TNT parts because they definitely make some good Jeep stuff. That's for sure.
What is your favorite TNT part?
Favorite TNT part. I really love the look of our fenders. So our fenders are definitely one of the things that I enjoy. I enjoyed making them, and two, I think they're
them all.
I think they're a good looking fender. Definitely one of the better looking fenders on the market, and with our integrated inner fender, I definitely think it's a good bang for the buck when it goes to purchasing. So I'd say that, and then obviously I got to go with our suspension products because TNT Custom Suspension, some of the best suspension out there. My next thing that I got to finish putting together for myself is the Clado Cherokee. So it still has TNT Customs. It has the original 4-link in the back and the radius arms in the front. It is the oldest. It's the oldest stuff out there, but it works so good, and so it's going to get a full rebuild. So that's next on my docket of things to do.
Yeah, that'll be cool. That'll be way cool. So, any other questions pop up that we didn't see? No.
Bob just says it needs logos.
It needs logos, so it's got one TNT Customs. There are only 2 stickers on this thing. I got a TNT sticker on the back, and then I got a Clado Custom sticker up here. It's my little hood ornament. So I got 2 stickers, and those are the 2 that made it so far. TNT Customs and my Clado sticker. So definitely, I have a wall of stickers at my shop. My whole door, my son loves stickers, so he's been underneath my TNT banner is where all the stickers go. I'm trying to keep this thing nice.
Cluttered.
Yeah, not cluttered for now, but
oh, we can work on that.
Maybe
one up top.
Once it gets a couple more scratches or something.
This way anyways, maybe we should put TNT one up top.
Yeah, we need. I could start working on the roof perhaps.
Chris says TNT suspension all the way. Our rigs drive better than a stock Jeep.
That is true. The TNT Jeeps definitely drive better than stock Jeeps. That's true for TJs all the way through to the new stuff. So.
Yeah. So, what else you got put in there? What are you going to do next, trail-wise?
Next, so I got to send in the computer on this. I ran into some issues with moisture, so gonna get that. It rained a lot, so
you're in the desert.
It's a little upset right now, but once it gets fixed, I got a couple little things that I want to do, but I think I'm going to try to do some Colorado wheeling before the snow sets in, so thinking either Buena Vista, do a Carnage Canyon run. Penrose is getting old, but I'll probably head down there because my wife likes driving it.
I know Lindsay mentioned your jacket.
Oh yeah, I got the heated jacket, so the Milwaukee heated jacket keeps me warm.
Do you even have a heater in there?
Well, I got this big V8 right here. Yeah, these headers produce a lot of heat, and the radiator fan is a 2-speed fan that everybody that rode with was complaining about it. The driver's seat's perfect. The passenger seat apparently is on fire, so good for them for the winter.
I remember
but
back in the day when we had a Scrambler and we had that 440 in it, my feet were constantly hot and cooking.
My dad said that his shoe was melting, but he turned out to be lying. It's not that hot, but he was definitely throwing a fit about it.
Okay, so snow wheeling will be all right.
Yeah, snow wheeling might be okay. With the open footwells, I was curious how much sand it'd throw up, and Sand Hollow has a lot of sand, but it really wasn't that bad. So I think snow wheeling might be okay. I definitely was on the fence about that. I have a 4Runner that I'm hoping to do snow wheeling.
Are you wanting to keep it open? Is there?
Yep, I did that for viewing the tires. So it's a lot easier. When you sit in the driver's seat, you could look through the passenger side, see what the passenger tire's doing, and you can see the driver's side on this side. So that, and then in the back is kind of the same way. I could look over my shoulder and I could see the back tire, what it's doing. So with the rear steer, it definitely you have to pay attention to what the rear's doing, because if you forget about it and you have it all like this, it's really easy to drive yourself up and over and you end up upside down.
Yeah, when you're
Don't ask how all those scratches got there. I'm getting used to that joystick. It's a little goofy.
Used to just coming along with you.
Yeah, usually the back end just tracks, and then when you got this new toy, you try to do all sorts of crazy stuff, and it definitely
like
there's a learning experience. There's definitely a learning experience.
Your steer isn't doing what your front steer needs to do.
Yeah, well,
doesn't go quite well.
It's got so much steering that it's really easy to get yourself in trouble because you can find the craziest little bits of traction at the full turning, and it definitely can do some amazing things. I'm hoping to catch up to its capability levels with my driving here in a bit.
Abilities,
Yep.
yeah. Well, that's cool.
Appreciate
really
it.
Cool.
An
Well,
estimated weight on it?
I'm gonna go weigh it right now, so I'm gonna.
so we can reply in the comments
can
later.
Yep. Yeah, we'll
We can
update this
update
later.
it.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
run over to the
What do you
scales
think?
across
What's
the
your
street.
guess?
I really am hoping for under 4,000, but I'm
We should
betting
make
it'll
a
probably
contest.
be
What's your guess? What do people think?
Yeah,
it's
what do you
gonna
guys
be?
think it's gonna be?
What's
It has
regular TJ weigh?
regular TJ, what, like 3,600 or something like that for a stock one.
Down to this level?
Well, yeah, a stock Jeep, but I don't know. It's got an iron block LS, so that's some
big
weight.
axles.
Got some gigantic axles. The
Big
next
tires.
one, I'll definitely do fabricated housings. So that's on the list of changes to
okay.
make. I'm sick and tired of cutting up these axles. These 05 Plus Super Duty axles have the most cutting and grinding I've ever had to do to clean an axle up.
Do you
So
think you're going to build your own?
I'll either I'm a big fan of the Spider Trax 9s, so
Yeah.
I'll either do
Yeah.
Spider 9s. I have thought
Build it
about
up.
building my own 9s.
Yeah.
They're definitely a couple people out there
Yeah.
doing that, so I might dabble in that here in a bit. But
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. If it's anywhere under 45, I guess I'll be happy. But it's probably it feels feather light and porky all at the same time, so I'm not sure what it'll weigh.
What's our JK weigh? That's over 5, right?
Oh yeah. Oh
Over
yeah.
6. I thought it was
Oh yeah,
closer
the
to 7.
JK's a little heavy.
Okay, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna say you're gonna be, I'm gonna say you're pushing 47. That's my
47.
guess.
Oof.
That's my guess.
That'll hurt.
Too much?
We have a couple guesses.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Well, I'll go
We got
weigh it
some
right now.
guesses
I'm
and
gonna
We'll let everybody know.
I'm
We'll
gonna
see-
idle it down the
we'll
road and
see who
hopefully not
gets
get
to
pulled
it.
over and
Right.
go weigh it. So we'll see.
So with that, we'll wrap up a little bit. Bob and I are getting ready to take out our next floor exploring trip on Sunday. We leave and we're going to go into the swells. So we will probably not have service on Tuesday because we'll be in the middle of nothing.
You guys
I don't
have
know.
room on a South Dakota trip coming up in the next year?
I
heard there's
yeah.
some South Dakota trips coming.
There is some.
Where can they learn about that?
There's 8 trips
Woo!
planned.
All the four
on the
exploring
four
stuff.
exploring.
Check that stuff out.
Yep. That's
I
next year.
haven't ever experienced Bob's cooking on the trail. I've had it here, but I'm excited to try to do some of the harder
Yep,
core
yep.
trips and
Yep.
get some plates on this bad boy, and we'll be on
David's
our
been
way.
working hard getting stuff up on the website. I know Bob and David were.
Other David.
Other David,
Other
not me.
David.
Yeah.
The other David. It was like 7:30, 8 o'clock before Bob got home last night because they're trying to work on getting all that stuff up. So there's a lot coming there. We will recap. I'm not sure.
Bob's wanting to join in real quick.
Okay,
So
Bob's
I'm gonna-
joining in.
I'm gonna
We'll see
add
if this
him.
will. Can it work, Bob? Are you joining? We tried this with Cotty last week and it didn't work quite well.
I got added in. We're up on Half Nasty doing some wheeling. Oh hey, there we go.
Oh, there's Bob.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
What you got, Bob?
What's your
Gonna have the feedback. I'll just have to talk
Horrible
loud.
feedback. All right, so David was asking about the how to get to South Dakota. So go to forexploring.com. We released all 8 trips. Pages are up. They were so go there and you can read about all our. We've got 3 new trips for this year. Then you can at the top of the page there's a button you can push to take send in an application. Sorry, I got a lot of things going on today. So it's an automated system this year. It's pretty easy. You fill in some information on that new page, and it'll just come to my email. We'll get you on the roster. This year we are taking applications first come, first serve. Previous years has been a lottery system. It's too much to keep track of. So first come, first serve. If you want to get on something, send an application in. We're taking 6 guests on all trips except for Rockin' Woods, which is open to 20. And since David was asking about Rockin' Woods, that's all the hard trails in South Dakota, even the permit-only trails. We have a 5-year Forest Service permit, so we can take and do all the buggy trails. The only thing we request is that they are somewhat drivable, because parking trailers and doing all that baloney is kind of a pain in the neck. But we'll make it work. So it's a good trip. It's 5 weeks or 5 days long, Monday to Friday. So tell all your friends, David, and let's get that one filled up. I may need to talk to you about something so I can lead, if you understand what I'm saying. And I have my volume turned down because I'm getting horrible feedback on this end, so I can't hear what Mary just said, but I can pretty much guess.
You know, we're innocent.
I have
All right.
all the hard parts. I just need the chassis.
And labor. All right, well, with that, I think we're gonna sign off.
Yep.
Let David go to lunch, let me go to lunch. Everybody's gonna go by. We'll figure out next week, next time.
All right, see you guys.
Thanks, everybody.